But yeah, so what have you been focusing on recently this week?
So still like I already organized myself, so I'm only studying, working, and like trying to work out. Basically,
Okay.
it's that. It's just that I mainly focused on studying. Yeah, like I'm trying to brush up on all the language that I've been studying. English is the
Okay.
like. In fact, I've learned like this week. I learned a lot of stuff. And also, I
Okay.
follow you on Facebook, and I was like, I saw the post about buying the oven, and I was like, oh, buying the oven, because most of the things that you share, I already know,
Mm.
like the meaning.
Mm-hmm.
But this one, I didn't know because I didn't know the word bun. I was
Bun
like,
is like a roll, like a bread roll.
yeah, I was, oh my gosh, what is it? And I was trying to like wrapping my head around it, and I was like,
Mm.
oh my gosh, a bun in the oven. Like you put something in the oven,
Yeah.
and then it's a bun,
Then it's
maybe.
cooked.
Yeah, and yeah, so I thought like I don't know, I wasn't able to like grasp the meaning like
Mm.
before seeing the like what it meant,
Answer, yeah, the
but I'm
I
trying
wonder.
to learn like a different of idioms, I really love it, and I think you're the queen. So
The queen of the
what would say would be the best way for people who are learning English to like
to
learn idioms easily?
to learn them easily. I think like the
Yeah.
best way is to not pick idioms that are above, like don't try and use idioms that are above your level. You know what I mean? So it's like some of them are harder to understand. Like I think I posted one at some point last week that was like a C2 level one, which is like obviously it's like advanced, like super advanced. A drop in the ocean. That's what
I, I knew this one.
Mm. So
Yeah.
like then I had a lot of comments like what's the difference between a drop in the ocean and a drop in the bucket? And as a British person, I had never heard of the phrase a drop in the bucket before. And then I asked my brother, I was like drop in the ocean or drop in the bucket? And then he said drop in the ocean. And I said, "Do you know drop in the bucket?" He said no. And so then I googled it, and apparently it's literally a quote from the Bible. So that's why it's so famous.
Yeah, apparently that's it. Sometimes I think there's one. I think in USA they use more like lightning, and no, a storm. It's used in like in England, I guess. So it's my gosh, it's something like a, a storm. Oh my gosh, there's one which you use
I
storm.
only know storm, like storm in a teacup. That's the only one
Yeah,
I
a storm
know.
in a teacup. A storm in a
Mm.
teacup. So
They
I
use
think
this on
that's
the
it.
news a lot.
It's it's used in England, isn't it?
Well, yes, it is.
Yeah,
It's used in the news quite a lot.
yeah, but in USA it's more used. I think a thunder. No, is it thunder, lightning? I don't remember. I
Right,
only
we do
remember
say
storm.
storm. No, they do say storm, but like a is the expression like storm in a teacup. This is like an idiom. It means something else. But yes, there's a few words that are more dominant in America and more dominant here in the UK. I watched this really, really weird video yesterday, and it was like this girl who she'd gone to the UK and she was ordering a coffee, and she's American, and so she said, "Can I have a black coffee with cream?" Okay. So we're quite literal here in the UK, and then we don't have this order coffee with cream. Like that is not a coffee here in the UK. So the girl's asking the girl, she's like I have, how do you make that? Like coffee and then like cream? And then she makes the coffee, and then she goes to put like actual like cream, like whipped cream on the coffee. And she's like, "No, no, no. It's milk." Milk. So she wanted coffee with milk, but she said cream. So then I'm thinking to myself, in America, cream is milk? And what is milk? Like, is milk is cream and cream is milk? I was very confused. But yes, I think like they do have certain phrases in the US that we just don't have in the UK.
Yeah, probably. That's why I love learning idioms, That's something that makes you think outside of like the box.
Mm,
And yeah, it's interesting because most of them you can't translate it literally, so
yeah.
you have to think. You have to think it over, or
Yeah,
then
yeah.
you're gonna be misled.
Right. I have so many idioms though, because I hear them all the time and then I just write them on my phone. So like if I hear an idiom, I put it in my phone. Like that is if you ever wonder like where do I get these from? I just hear it either in
Really?
conversation, on TV, in the news, in movies, and then so they're on the radio and then I write it down. So I have like a whole notes on my phone of all the idioms.
Wow.
These are ones I've not even used yet.
So
So many.
I've learned a lot of them because the website that I used when I was starting to learn
Mm.
English,
Mhm.
there are some kind of pages where you can learn phrasal verbs or
Mhm.
then English with videos, and
Mm-mm.
there's also my favorite one like what does it mean like, and it's an idiom, something like that,
Okay.
and then of course it is in Portuguese, but I've learned a lot of it, like a lot from it.
Mhm.
Yeah,